Welcome to the Adelaide Shores. Apologies for the technical difficulties with the Clippers and the Crushers here in Game 2 of Week 8 of Super League action. Fraser Fife and Rob Ushy here. You've come into a run-scoring opportunity immediately for the Clippers with Alex Carter stepping up. Rob, welcome to the broadcast.
Oh, thank you. As we saw earlier in the game, Carp with a big comeback win. Vault into first place for the first time. This is the first time the Crushers haven't been in first place all Super League. And at the same time, the Clippers, who are threatening here in the first, are fighting for their playoff lives.
Yeah, so at the moment, McArdle just singled into centre. So you've got Joyce at third, McArdle at first. Prior to that, Dylan Brammer and Theo Luckmesh flew out to centre and left respectively. So after this next pitch, we'll give you a bit of a rundown of the Sweet Amber Ale Clippers lineup. But at the moment, Geordie Gross on the hill to Carter, as that pitch will be in for a strike. So just quickly, Brammer is leading off, Luckmesh at 2, Joyce at 3, Jordan McArdle at 4, Alex Carter, who's currently up at the moment, at 5, Carl Hoschke at 6, with Sam McGarry at 7, as Carter's going to swing through that one. Then Dakota Thompson at 8, Griffin Weber at 9, and Tim Day will be on the hill for the Clippers. But currently, 2-2 count, runners on the corners with 2 out. McArdle's off, swing and a miss as Carter goes down, and that will retire the side. So the Clippers able to get runners on base, but with the Crushers able to keep them in check as they head to the bottom of the first.
Yeah, we mentioned the Clippers fighting for their lives as a playoff. They do need to win this game. Currently, the standings are sitting the Carp with 12 points, the Crushers with 10, the Wasp with 9, and then the Clippers, excuse me, with 4. So this is, with each win being worth 3 points, they need to win today to keep themselves alive for next week's final week. But little ambitious start there. Got some guys on, couldn't punch it in, and we'll see what they can do defensively to get the ball back to them, and see if they can keep scoring like they have been the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, they don't need any more motivation. A must-win game, as we'll use this opportunity to go through the Dunmar Crushers lineup with Jeremy Cresswell leading off for them. He will be at 1. Anthony Herrera will be at 2. Landon Hernandez at 3 with Ben Andrews at 4. Josh Cakebread, Gary Owens and Nick Talbot, the 5, 6, 7. Bruce will be at 8 and Matt Hutchings will round out the order. So again, both these teams pretty even in relation to offensive production, at least in the talent level that they have, but ultimately the Clippers have a little bit more motivation than what the Crushers do. Crushers, of course, coming into this week, leading the Super League. They've been a very strong team, and I think a lot of the momentum and a lot of the discussion has been around what the Wasps and the Carp have been able to do at the middle of the order. That's where a lot of the action has been. The Crushers, quietly a very good team.
Yeah, Crushers started off the Super League very hot. Every player was contributing. First couple games, they scored 7 runs a game by 7 different runners, each 7 different RBIs, 7 different runs, 7 different batters. It was a team game. The last couple, they had a draw and a loss. It was a little more situated. The pitchers shut their offense down. So they'll be looking to rebound quickly here again. Cresswell will be starting. And so far, it's a new spot for him, trying to move him, get him out of his funk. He's struggled a little bit, doesn't have a hit yet in the Super League. He's 0 for 14. Only struck out once, so he is putting the ball in play like the veteran. He's just looking for a little bit of a jump here.
And that's all it can take, but it's going to be a difficult task against Tim Day, as his first pitch is going to be a fastball in for a strike.
Yeah, Tim Day's been the ace so far. The Clippers did get a couple guys back, but he's got their most innings. Just misses the outside corner there, 2-1. 11 and a third innings, 6 walks, 11 K. So he's been a strikeout guy per inning, 3.18. Only given up four runs. As he comes inside, and there's maybe the start that Cresswell needs to get going and get hit by pitch. That's his first time on base in the Super League.
The first hit he's gotten, it's hit by pitch, so he'll take it. He'll take the on base. But just going back to Day, and I believe from memory, he is leading the Super League in strikeouts. So it just shows how good he has been for the Clippers, and hence why they're making him start this crucial game. But obviously, still limited to the 2 innings, to the 40 pitches. So they're going to need a few more guys to be able to back him up. But it will be Anthony Herrera who will be stepping in with Cresswell on base.
Herrera back back about 8-9 weeks ago when they had the draft, was the first pick of the draft. He's kind of lived up to that as a hitter, hitting 300, leads the team in hits. He has a double, 3 RBIs, and defensively, every game's been a web gem for him. He comes up with something special, whether he's at third or short.
We'll use this opportunity to set up the Clippers defensively with Griffin Weber out in left, Terrell Joyce in center, and Carl Hoschke in right as we wait for the 1-1 pitch. And hit up towards center, playable for Joyce. He's going to take a couple of steps in and take this one on the hop, and that will force Cresswell back to first base. So a quick one out. Quickly through the infield, third to first, Dakota Thompson, Dylan Brammer, Sam McGarry, and Jordan McCardle, with Alex Carter behind the plate.
Nice job by Tim Day there coming back. Hit Cresswell to start. Got a nice little lazy fly, can of corn to center field. Joyce was able to come in a few steps, just get under it. And got Landon Hernandez, who's been the Crushers' leader early and consistent, hitting 375, couple doubles, 5 RBIs. He's been a machine in the middle of the order, him and Andrews here.
Yeah, very, very productive hitters, and as I mentioned, pretty consistent production all throughout. But I think the interesting thing is Cresswell, of course, as you mentioned, still searching for his first hit. Putting him in the 1 hole does show a lot of faith in his ability to be able to put something together here late in the season.
Crushers will be looking to get back into first place with a win tonight. The win establishes them a playoff spot for sure. So they need to get their veterans going. And like you mentioned, he has been hitting anywhere from the 2 hole to the 6 hole, the 7 hole. Put him back at the top. And Hernandez with Thompson over to second base. Over to first, McGarry. Ground ball double play, ends the inning. And that's what the Clippers need to get going.
5-4-3, just how you write up as we get another look at it on the black chrome replay. Great job here as heading to the top of the second. You're watching the Super League.
Black Chrome is the official partner of Super League Baseball Adelaide. Head to the Black Chrome website to view the new range of custom baseball apparel and see why so many teams are choosing to partner with Black Chrome.
She got 2 little horns and they give me a little bit.
Work, scored 5 runs and got themselves the lead and put themselves into a playoff spot. Here the Crushers are looking to get that playoff spot too with a victory. They turn the ball over to Jordy Gross for his 2nd inning of work. He's been their ace, 7 innings, 1.29 in the season, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. They need another good inning from him here.
Yeah, well, it's going to be Carl Hoschke leading off in the 6 hole for the Clippers. And he also a mid-season addition for this team and has been situated out in right field. There's a couple of pitches right here. A strike and a ball respectively, evens it up 1-1.
Definitely need to respect the power of Carl Hoschke. Late returnee to Adelaide with his schooling outside of the city. There's a big swing. Man who has lots of power, has lots of games under the Adelaide bite, but you can get him to swing at that ball in the dirt. He's only played 1 game for the Clippers. He's 1 for 3 with a couple strikeouts, but he does have the power to put you ahead with 1 swing of the bat.
Yeah, most definitely. It'll be Cole Hoschke, Sam McGarry, and Dakota Thompson, the 6, 7, 8 duo up as Hoschke's worked it to an even count, 2-2. And here's Gross with the pitch, and one that he's going to catch the bottom of the zone. So Hoschke goes down looking, and that will be a strikeout to start off the top of the second. So right now, Gross doing a great job in just keeping the ball low in the zone and throwing strikes.
Back-to-back strikeouts. Last inning, first out of this inning. Got himself cruising in the ace role that they turned it over to him. And the Clippers will be looking to get something going early because they want to get the momentum right off the bat.
Yeah, now Sam McGarry playing second base here tonight. Stepping in, but it's going to be important for them just to be able to maintain consistent contact and keep the chains moving. And McGarry's going to take all of one pitch to fly this out to left field. Owens will take it for the quick second out, as it'll now be up to Dakota Thompson to try and extend this inning. And that's going to be the interesting thing for the Clippers, is how they decide to approach these hitters and ultimately how they decide to approach the at-bats, just because of the fact you've basically got two ways to approach it. Of course, a very binary way of looking at it, but you're either going to be aggressive against a pitcher who's potentially struggling, or you're going to try and let them work into trouble and be disciplined. And it's always interesting to see week to week how these teams decide to approach each game.
As a hitter, you're going to have to go up there finding the pitch that you like. If it's early in the count, you got to attack it. Pitchers they've shown throughout here that they're coming at batters, attacking them. So you can't let something good go early and hope for something to come later, because you're only going to see this guy once. If he's going to make a mistake, you got to make him pay.
So 1-1 count, 2 out, bases clear. Another pitch there by Gross, just missing the zone, 2-1 count. I suppose one thing we're fortunate here for the Super League midweek is that the weather has actually been quite pleasant today, considering last week. Is another one that's going to go flying out towards Owen, is in left, ranging into foul territory, and he'll take it with two hands. Secure catch for the final out. So they go 1, 2, 3, and Gross does a great job to start off for the Dunmar Crushers. 2
quality innings for Jordan Gross tonight. Did his job. Gary Owens navigated the fence down there left field to put the final out. And now the Dunmar Crushers will be looking to turn it on offensively as they want to regain first place. It's the first night that they've not been in first place in the Super League since day one. They got their big win right off the bat that night, and they haven't let it go.
No, why would you? I said the way they've been playing, I think a lot of the attention has been on the other teams. I've sort of said, well, the Crushers are good. That's why they're at the top of the leaderboard, but you kind of just forget about how good and consistent they've been. So now we're at a point where, you know, it's coming into the point where the first team, they get the bye, they go directly into the grand final. Teams 2 and 3 fight it out, and then if you're at the bottom, it is saying goodnight to the finals.
And that's where the pressure for the Clippers keeps coming back to. We keep talking about tonight's do or die, and we'll see if they play that way. We saw earlier tonight the Carp and the Wasp. Both teams loaded their lineups up and with the veteran players, and they both showed that they were looking for that win today, because they knew in that game whoever won the game was guaranteed a spot in the playoffs. The loser was going to maybe have to wait till next week. Whereas tonight it looks like so far both these teams are still in a little bit laid back mode. We'll see as it picks up, as one team, once the lead is established, how much the other one wants it back.
Well, it will be currently Ben Andrews, who is scheduled to come up for the Dunmar Crushers. And then Josh Cakebread and Gary Owens, the 4, 5, 6 due up against Tim Day.
Ben Andrews, the man of 2 home runs, 6 RBIs, both team leads for the Denmark Crushers, hitting .357. It's been a stable part. There's an all-in single right through the 5.5 hole between the shortstop and the third baseman to get the Denmark Crushers their first base runner of the night. Nobody out, man on first.
Yeah, well, first hit for them, so both teams with a hit on the board. Both have been able to get base runners on. but going to be important just to see how they capitalize from here. It's one thing to get base runners on, it's another thing to drive them home. And they are heading through the middle part of this lineup. So Josh Cakebread and Gary Owens, two very talented players. It'll be up to Tim Day. Likely we're going to see that breaking ball a few times in this at-bat as he gets the first pitch over for a strike.
Yeah, a little bit opposite for Tim Day, starting with a fastball. Possesses a very good curveball and seems to set batters up with it before he comes back with something else.
So 0-1, and decides to go with another pitch down low. Just going to lay off this time. Evens it up at a 1-1 count. And not a whole lot of wind here tonight either, as you can probably see, playing well under floodlights. Started tonight just as the sun was starting to come down, but now well and truly under lights. And again, the weather has held out, considering what we had over the weekend. If you're watching the Bite series, there was some crazy weather, and of course the postponement that we had of Super League last week. So the fact that we're even getting games out this week is a very positive development.
The weather last week may have played a little havoc on the Super League. It was pretty much a disaster out here. The wind and the rains were a torrential pouring. Tonight, it was a little windy earlier. Balls we saw kind of trailing right to left, but it seems it's gotten fairly still now on the fly balls. There's a ground ball to McCardle. It's going to go to the 1-6-3 double play. And Cakebread can't get it quite done there. Crushers are still looking for a little momentum when they get one guy on.
Yeah, end up going with the 3-6-3 McCardle, getting a good job, just taking it with the backhand and strong throw over in time. That's textbook right there. That's as easy as you like. And we'll now be up to Gary Owens. Base is clear. He's going to have to try and get something started with 2 outs. And Day, so far, with just throwing that pitch inside, going to miss the zone.
Owen joining the Dunmar Crushers 2 weeks ago in his first at bat. He went 0 for 4 that day. He was originally a marquee player, but because of commitments in Germany with Heidenheim and going to the finals, that he was going to be a little bit late before making his way over to Woodville this year. So he joined them a little bit late, but he knows he's going to be a focal point in that outfield and in the middle of the order for the final few weeks here in the playoffs.
Yeah, most definitely, as he takes a big aggressive hack there, but can't make contact. Question is for Tim Day, can he get one more strike on a 2-2 count? And from the wind-up, the pitch, and he's going to miss the zone. We're going to get a full count here. Owens versus Day. Is everyone taking their time? Carter giving the signs. And payoff pitch, and Owens goes down on a big breaking pitch from Tim Day, as that is the perfect signature to the end of his outing.
Tim Day, what he's known for is curveball as he ends the second inning. Two good innings of work for him. The offense is going to have to give them a little bit of start before they turn it over to the next arm out of the pen.
Yeah, well, we're heading to the top of the third. We're going to go to a break. You're watching Super League thanks to Spacequake Sports.
Specialized knowledge, ability to deliver, and professionalism are keys to our successful relationship. A friendly and experienced team.
She got 2 little horns and they give me a little
Welcome back to the ballpark. Joel Chapman, the new pitcher, in with a Wojtek pitching change, as it will be now Griff Weber stepping in to lead off this top of the third inning, with both teams still searching for their first run.
Chapman starts with a fastball on the outside corner. He's been the workhorse for the Denmark Crushers. 10 innings, a few hits more than what he'd be used to. 12 hits, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts, 4.5. But he's been in every game. The 2-1 record with them. He's going to face the 9-1-2, Griffin Weber, Dylan Brammer, and Theo Lakmesh to start the 3rd inning here.
Well, going to try inside and just move Weber off the plate a little bit with that 2-1 count. Chapman going to have to try and replace the production which they've had so far, which has been so good. So ultimately he's got a tough act to follow, but I'm sure he's capable of doing it in this big game. Of course, Clippers, everything to play for, and a bit of a flare by Weber into right field, and he'll take that as he'll be the leadoff base runner for the Clippers here to start the top of the 3rd.
Weber would definitely be happy to get things going a little bit. He was only 1 for 8 in the Super League. He was hitting 125. He'll enjoy getting that single off his former teammate as he made a small change this past week, setting up for the top of the order, and back-to-back Caps medal winner Dylan Brammer, who's consistently been the leadoff hitter, even though he's only hitting 235. But he's a guy that if you get on base, tries to bunt that one. He can be disruptive. He likes to run. He likes to move around out there. He's definitely a leadoff hitter that you have to be careful with.
Yeah, he's definitely been the prototypical leadoff hitter for the Clippers so far this season. Hasn't exactly been able to live up to the expectations of a dual cap medalist, but not that you can always live up to that. But he is someone, as you mentioned, when he's hot, when he is on, he's absolutely explosive. So we'll see if he can do something. It looks like he's just going to go for the bunt attempt and going to be popped up to the catcher and Landon Hernandez, as that will be the first out.
Yeah, but failure to sacrifice there. It was more of the, if he got it down, he was looking more for a bunt single. He laid down a perfect bunt single 2 weeks ago, last time the Clippers played in the 9th inning, which was, or the 7th inning, excuse me, which was nearly set everything aside for a comeback. But there he just couldn't get it quite down. Runner still on there, failure there for Theo Lakmesh, who had a deep fly ball to left field his first time up when unfortunately we had a little bit of technical issues and some of you may have missed the first inning.
Yeah, I think you missed all of about 2 pitches because both Brammer and Lakmesh were very aggressive to start off with. Lakmesh has taken now double the pitches that he did in that first at-bat.
A very aggressive hitter. He's even shown that in the local leagues in the SABL for Woodville. This past weekend he had a leadoff home run on the very first pitch of the game, and he continues to kind of attack pitches that he likes.
Well, currently he's going to be working with a 2-1 count as Chapman finds the bottom of the zone. Lakmesh just getting the signs from 3rd. Was Weber still at first base? And Chapman with that breaking pitch, going to get it in for a strike, but a pretty dangerous location to someone of Lakmesh's quality.
That one hung there a little bit. I believe probably Lakmesh was looking something a little harder, couldn't quite turn on a hang curveball. There's another one. This is a good scoop up by Andrews over to second, and then good relay to first base. 5-4-3 double play.
Had a couple of them tonight.
Yeah, we see the defenses are ready to go today. Pitchers getting ground balls, defenses ready to play.
Well, it's now going to be up to the Crushers to try and get something across, but the Clippers, they've just been peppering. They're getting base runners on, but they just have not really moved past second base. So going to be up to them to try and fix that throughout the rest of this ball game. But for the Denmark Crushers, it'll be Nick Talbot, Bruce, and Matt Hutchings.
They're going to have a new pitching change. We got a Wojtek call to the bullpen. So that's going to be Tyler Chappell coming on for the Clippers. Was in the Bite bullpen the last couple of years. He struggled a little bit here in the Super League. Doesn't have the ERA that he'd like for his innings pitched. He's got 8 innings. He's been out there most innings, but he's also given up 8 runs. Got an ERA of 9, 11 hits. It's the walk strikeouts where he struggled. He does have 7 walks, 7 strikeouts. In one game that he cruised, he did have about 5 strikeouts in a row. So it's the walks from the other game is where he's getting hurt a little bit when you mix in the hits.
And ultimately, the thing that everyone has to remember is, as great as the Super League is, it's still a developmental league for a lot of these guys, and it is just that next step up from the South Australian Baseball League, and ultimately it is that step below ABL level. So there's still going to be guys like Chappell who have sort of come in almost mop-up duty in the ABL for the bite, getting more of a chance to really get some pitches underneath them in a more of a high-pressure environment than what they'd see in local leagues.
We'll see if he's got his good changeup working today. It's one of those things that you'll see if the changeup's working for Tyler Chappell tonight. We may have 3 batters and 3 strikeouts this inning.
Well, we'll have to wait and see, because as you mentioned with Chappell, when he's on, you can get 5 strikeouts in a row.
Yeah, as you see the clock, the 78 minutes, 22 seconds, 20 seconds left. That's what we have remaining in this game before we can start a new inning in the Super League. We do have the 2-hour play limit, so we will keep an eye on that as we go into the game a little bit deeper. It may play a factor.
First pitch to Nick Talbot. This is going to ground this one towards the Clippers bullpen. But both teams at the moment with some hits on the board. 2 for the Clippers, 1 for the Crushers. Pitch going to be a nice off-speed pitch, but down low, and nice job by Nick Talbot just to lay off.
Talbot looking to get hot. We mentioned earlier about Cresswell looking to get hit. Talbot's another one. It's a slow ground ball. Thompson comes up over the top, over to first. First out of the inning.
A lot of pitchers seem to be just laying over that breaking pitch, which is just causing them to hit it towards third base, and some solid defense at third base from both these two teams, and just really sets up that play, either the 5-3 or the 5-4-3 or the 5-6-3. Sets it up very, very nicely.
Pitchers are owning the bottom of the zone, and when you own the bottom of the zone, you get a lot of ground balls as opposed to fly balls. Something up is where you can get hurt. They've been down, getting ground balls, batters are swinging, and no Bruce Wang is up there. It's a hard ball to short. Dylan Brammer waits for it, and he's just going to come up. Makes no effort on that one there for the easy 6-3. Simple, simple, more ground balls. First, second pitches is inning.
Yeah.
Tyler Chappell's having a nice, clean performance so far.
Both these teams are being very aggressive, going really for the first or second pitch in the at-bat. So now it's going to see if Matt Hutchings is going to try the same approach here, as the number 9 hitter lineup would turn back over to Cresswell, who did reach thanks to a hit by pitch in his first plate appearance. But Chappell hasn't had to show off a whole lot so far in this inning, but he does get the first pitch over for a strike.
Hutchings took that one all the way. Hitting in the 9-hole, he is basically a second leadoff as he's hitting 353. There's a drive to center field. Joyce coming in. He's going to actually play that one for a little single. And the batting average for Matt Hutchings keeps going up in that 9-hole spot where he's hit all year. That's his team leading 7th hit of the season.
How important there for Terrell Joyce. Didn't overcommit, just knowing that it's 2 out, base is clear, didn't have to really do a whole lot with it, just play it safe. And they'll hope to try and get out Jeremy Cresswell.
I couldn't quite get to that. Didn't want to dive, make sure something got by him, give Hutchings an opportunity. Looks like Hutchings is ready to go as he was getting a little extra lead off that. He has been very active running. He's 1 for 2 in stolen base department, but there has been other times that he's been off and they've hit the ball on hit and run. So he's looking to run early here.
Well, Chappell showing some good velocities. It's going to be important here just to try and get that 3rd out. Because if he lets things spiral, then he goes to Herrera, Hernandez, Andrews. 2, 3, 4 in this lineup.
Hutchings running.
Yeah, he's going to be off and looks like a hit and run attempt, but it is going to go foul. Both these teams just feeling each other out here early. No one's delivered a knockout blow just yet, but some prodding here and there, just testing each other's limits.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Testing it out is okay for the Denmark Crushers. Clippers might be looking more for an attack, though. They're the ones who are fighting for their lives today. Hutchins running again. This one's taken. Carter with the throw down. He's going to be standing. Didn't slide. Obviously thought he had the bag standing, but he did have it, just
a little close.
A little close when you don't get down there. That's risky.
That's some confidence right there. As we get another look on the black chrome replay, it was close, but he does get it. So Hutchings at another stolen base to his tally, and it looks like we're going to have a meeting out here with potentially the second base umpire.
Like Clippers coach Paul Mildren, the slow walk out to second base. He's going to be looking for a little explanation on the call possibly here as to how he saw the play.
Yeah, well, our umpiring crew not going to take a whole lot of it. Are going to have to go back to the dugout, but with Ron Kennelly and Dalton Osborne, the third and first respectively, and Payne Souter behind home plate.
Satisfied with the quick explanation there. I mean, the umpire isn't going to change his call.
No.
There's a big swing by Cresswell, strike out for the final out of the inning.
And after all that, it's going to be a final strikeout. So Hutchings gets to second base, but both these teams still feeling each other out as we go to the top of the fourth. We get another look on that replay. We're going to go to a break. You're watching Super League.
Run over here, let's talk to you now. Come on.
Black Chrome is the official partner of Super League Baseball Adelaide. Head to the Black Chrome website to view the new range of custom baseball apparel and see why so many teams are choosing to partner with Black Chrome.
She got two little horns and they give me a little bit.
Shaw's Bennett Field for Clippers versus Crushers action. Week 8 of the Super League Baseball Adelaide season. And both these teams with 2 hits apiece, but no runs on the board. As we get a nice look at the skyline of Adelaide here at the ballpark. As we're all having a bit of fun here in the Adelaide Shores. But both these teams, at least on the diamond side of things, not a whole lot of offense to speak about, but does mean these teams are pretty much mowing through their lineups. And, I mean, not a whole lot of adjustments that can be made when you're only throwing 3 pitches or so in an inning.
Yeah, so far the pitchers have had control of the game. A couple of guys got on, but all the ground balls from both pitchers, or from all 4 pitchers so far as we're into the 4th inning here. And Joel Chapman in for his 2nd inning of work.
Yeah, this will now be Terrell Joyce on a breaking pitch. He'll swing on that one, but it will go foul. So a quick 0-2 hole for Joyce, as he was able to get a hit last time round. Sorry, a walk last time round. It was McArdle who got the hit, as that one will almost hit Joyce, but he's able to get back, make it a 1-2 count. So Joyce, McArdle and Carter, the 3-4-5, as Joyce going opposite field the last couple of pitches, but has not been able to find the foul line.
Yeah, he sent that one foul, had the Denmark Crushers bullpen scattering around a little bit over there. Looking to drive something here. Chapman working fairly quickly on the mound, trying to get Joyce off. If he hits that one, pops that in the air. Bruce finds himself down the line, got a few feet from the fence. Easy pop up for the first out of the inning. Turned over to Jordy McArdle.
Yeah, nice pitch by Chapman there, just jammed him up. You know, with Joyce, if he's able to get some extension, he's going to have that pop. And again, Joyce with that 2-strike approach, needing to protect.
And this is going to be a batter that he's going to want to be a little careful with. He missed a lot of time just with the bite and away with the under-23 team. He's only 1 for 4, hitting 250. But the one hit he has was a big 3-run home run 2 weeks ago to start that game off and get the Clippers rolling for a win that they needed.
And McArdle going to take that one for a strike. And seeing his calling card has definitely been his ability to get on base, and you know, he does have the ability to hit a big shot where necessary, but has not quite been able to translate that into the Super League so far. But of course, all that matters is capitalizing when it comes to finals, and McArdle going to hit this one out towards center field as Hutchings will range in and take that one for the out. So a quick 2 out for the Clippers, as it will now be Carter coming up to bat.
Alex Carter's been a spark plug for the Clippers over the last few weeks. He missed the first 2 weeks. Since then, he was leading the team in hits with Matt Hutchings. Matt already has one tonight, so Carter will be looking to get another one. But he leads the team in RBIs and doubles. He's hitting 375 and been a constant spark plug for an offense that was a little stagnant in the first few weeks. In the last couple, they've been scoring some runs. He's looking to get something going here.
You know, he's going to hit a fly ball out towards potentially deep
trouble.
first or shallow right. Bruce is going to take this one in foul territory, but he can't keep it in the glove. So Carter will get another chance here.
Great effort by Bruce down the line there. Tough play for a first baseman, over your shoulder, looking up into a deep dark sky as the ball's coming down on there. And Alex Carter gets another life.
Yeah, well, Carter will hope to hit this one just a little bit higher and a little bit further. But he'll get another opportunity regardless against Chapman with a 1-1 count. And almost the same hit again.
Following that one straight back, he just missed that one. The Clippers lineup is a powerful one. AC Carter's the man who, a couple years ago in the French All-Star game, there's a home run derby, won it with 62. But he rolls over on that one there. A little one over to Cake Red at second base for a little 4-3 putout. Fortunately, nothing going for the Clippers again. We go to the bottom of the fourth, still 0-0.
Yeah, well, for the Dunmar Crushers, it will be Anthony Herrera, Landon Hernandez, and Ben Andrews, the 2-3-4 due up. But at this point, pitching has definitely been the calling card for these two teams, and the defense has been very solid. So I think really at this point, it's going to be the first team to blink. Might end up losing this one.
Yeah, somebody's going to be looking for the momentum, and so far it kind of hasn't really been there for anybody. It's been it's been all the pitchers, and nothing else has been kind of going from there. We do have a Wojtek call to the bullpen, and it looks like this is going to be Chris Burkholder coming in for the Clippers. He's a man who may have saved their season a few weeks ago, getting a couple big outs with the bases loaded when they needed them. He's got 4 innings, 0 ERA, only giving up 1 hit, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. They need a couple zeros in the middle of the game here before we turn it over, and they're looking for their offense to score some runs after that.
Yeah, well, Burkholder will be good. He'll be having to work with that scoreboard. 2 hits apiece for both these two teams. As you get a look, and we're almost at the halfway point of this game. 66 minutes left on the Wojtek clock. But we've got a point now where for Burkholder, got to get through the middle part of this lineup. Easier said than done, but as I said, both these two teams, 2 hits apiece. Surprising. It's Burkholder getting those final warm-up pitches in. Other than that, no changes for these two teams yet. Of course, defensive changes definitely more common than usual, but not so much as, say, something like Junior League where it's mandatory. So it looks like Anthony Herrera is ready to go. He's currently 0 for 1 in this game. Having a nice little chat there with the home plate umpire, Payne Souter. That's the fun thing about Super League. All these guys know each other from the local leagues and can get a bit of bragging rights as the season goes on. Burkholder ready to go. Carter giving the signs. First pitch is going to be in for a strike. Well, working with his hands just a little bit up and a little bit out. Not a whole lot of wasted movement for him in his batting stance. That's why he's hitting over 300 at this point in the Super League season. So currently working with an 0-2 count. Burkholder going to try and find that put away pitch, and he's got plenty to work with. 0-2 popped up towards the right side. Everyone ranging over towards the Crushers dugout, and it is going to go over the dugout. So Herrera will get another opportunity.
Yeah, good slider there from Burkholder. You saw him sprint off the mound there. Thought maybe that it was going to be in between his catcher and first base, and that's where you see he understands the gravity of the situation. Every out's going to be important for their club at this point. They want next week to mean something for them.
It was almost going to be the first one there, considering he was the pitcher. Right, another opportunity here with the 0-2. And going to try it low and away, but Herrera not going to bite. And Carter, unfortunately for him, no one on base, so he'll just wear that one.
Yeah, one of the luxuries when you have nobody on base, you can throw a ball in the dirt without any fear. Catcher's going to block it. Even if it bounces off him, nobody's going anywhere. So you get a little more advantage of keeping everybody off base.
Well, 1-2 count. Another one that's going to be inside. So Burkholder doing a good job getting to 2 strikes, but Herrera does not want to go down on that strikeout.
Battling as he keeps going. He's hitting 300 for a reason. Battling, looking for a mistake, or for something to bleed through at this point.
Well, that's all it's going to take. A bleep through, and Herrera going to hit this one towards second base. McGarry going to take a couple of steps, throw to McArdle, and that will be the first out of the inning. He's currently in the bottom of the 4th, and Burkholder trying to continue what his contemporaries have before him, and right now got at least one out closer.
Yeah, pitchers continuing to dominate the game. Just a lot of simple ground balls and easy pop-ups to the outfield that haven't really been dangerous at all. We'll see with the next 2 hitters, which have been the offense for the Dunmore Crushers this year, of Landon Hernandez and Ben Andrews.
Yeah, it's all going to be about fundamentals in this game by the feel of it. Seen errors can really cost some teams here in the Super League, and right now everyone's been able to do a great job in just being able to get those, say, routine plays. Of course, Bruce's dropout in foul territory notwithstanding, but that was not a routine play.
No, would have been one of the nicer plays we've seen in the Super League if he was able to catch that one. Over the shoulder basket type catch for him.
Well, Burkholder's thrown 3 straight balls, so currently for Hernandez in the driver's seat. See if he gets the green light. And he will get the strike over regardless.
3 balls, 1 strike.
For Hernandez, you've got Andrews in the on-deck circle, and then Josh Cakebread behind him, and Burkholder going to work quickly here. Hernandez going to hit another one out towards right, as McArdle is going to range over and grab that one for the out. So 2 outs on that right-hand side. A lot of balls the opposite way to the right side, and they've all been hit up in the air.
It's been keep saying it, but it's been the pitchers that have owned the game so far today. Batters haven't shown too much. Pitchers hitting their spots, low in the zone, a lot of ground balls, and keeping them off balance with their off speed.
So Ben Andrews stepping in, bases clear, 2 out. And first pitch by Burkholder going to be down in the dirt. McCarter doing a good job to pick that one. The Dunmark Crushers currently the top of the Super League ladder at the start of this week, and with the Clippers, a must-win game. So pressure is on them right now, and currently for Burkholder, the pressure is going to be on him in this at-bat, as he's still searching for that first strike, and Ben Andrews in a good position with a 3-0 count. There is the pitch, and just aims on that outside third and gets it. And Burkholder, not afraid to throw gas, he's got some good velocity. A lot of those breaking pitches he's tried to push low and away. And that one is not going to work for him, so Andrews will get the walk, and another base runner for the Dunmark Crushers. Just see what they're able to do with it with 2 outs.
Just low there with a fastball. He's one of the players that I'm sure he was not allowing to beat him tonight. 2 outs, nobody on. He's going to go after the other part at the bottom of the order here, as opposed to throwing something to Ben Andrews. He already has 2 home runs in the Super League. He didn't want to give up a 3rd one.
Cake bread. Going to have to do something here. I know we keep saying it, but ultimately it's going to come down to fundamental baseball between these 2 teams. Not a whole lot you can do with 2 outs. You're really only limited to swinging away and hoping that you can get something, as Burkholder are going to go for a very quick pick-off attempt, but fortunately, Andrew's paying attention.
We've seen that out of Burkholder in the couple weeks in the 2 appearances he has. He has very quick feet, quick move over to first base, and nearly picked off a few runners. A slider to the screen, that's going to bounce off Alex Carter, and that's going to allow Ben Andrews to move up into scoring position. And our first scoring opportunity of the game. Man on second, 2 out.
Yeah, well, is that the first runner we've seen at second for the Denmark Crushers? I think it is. So they've got a base runner on, 2-0 count. So a fortunate hitting opportunity, and Burkholder just struggling to find the zone in the past couple of at-bats. Ground ball will be hit towards second. McGarry with another opportunity. 4-3 ground out will end the inning, as we are still scoreless heading to the top of the 5th between the Clippers and the Crushers. Clippers keeping themselves in it in a must-win game. We are going to go to a break. You're watching the Super League Baseball Adelaide, thanks to Spacequake Sports.
Their specialised knowledge, ability to deliver and professionalism are keys to our successful relationship. A friendly and experienced team.
She got 2 little horns and they give me a little bit.
Well, look at the softball to the left of us here in the Mark Hutton grandstand. But for us, all the focus on the Super League season in front of you here on Diamond 1. The Denmark Crushers versus the Sweet Amber Ale Clippers. We are still searching for our first run of the ball game, as we do have a Wojtek pitching change, as it will be Sue on the hill for the Denmark Crushers.
This will be one of the new players that have come over in part of the Japanese exchange. This will be his first appearance here in the Super League, as he didn't get an opportunity a couple weeks ago, and then with the unfortunate rain out last week, this will be his first opportunity, and we'll see what he can bring for his team. He'll need shutout innings, as the Clippers are looking for momentum this inning.
Yeah, it will be Carl Hoschke, Sam McGarry, and Dakota Thompson, the 6-7-8 duo. As you can see, we're now past the hour mark of the ball game. For Hoschke, an aggressive swinger who hasn't quite been able to capitalize so far in the Super League, coming in, as you mentioned, during his first plate appearance late in the middle of the season, and has been a hitter who just has not quite been able to find that contact yet.
Yeah, struggled a little bit in the Super League. He's only played 1 game. He was 1 for 3. He does have a couple strikeouts. But saw vintage Carl Hoschke this past week in the Japanese Junko League here in Adelaide. Couple 3 university teams were here. He had a couple balls that were deep to center field that one hop the fence for doubles.
Currently working with an 0-1 count on Sue. He throws with some velocity, unfortunately, for Hernandez behind home plate. And that one went right between the legs.
Yeah, we've been pretty, each team has 2 hits on the board. We're in the 5th inning here. For a Clippers team that's playing for their lives tonight, they got to get something going.
Both these teams, Sue showing off a breaking pitch, and he's going to miss the zone though, 2-1 count. See what Hoschke can do here. Usually he's been falling behind in the count. One of the rare opportunities where he's ahead, and he's going to foul this one back.
Yeah, he's on that one, just on the end of the bat, fouled it straight back. Count even 2-2. See if we get another off-speed pitch, which has been sort of the kryptonite that teams have seen on Hoschke over the years.
Well, there is strike number 3. Hoschke's going to go down. 2nd strikeout tonight. Unfortunately for him, as you mentioned, making that contact has just been difficult for him here in the Super League in, mind you, limited opportunities. But it will now be, with 1 out, Sam McGarry. So for McGarry, currently 0 for 1 in this game. It's interesting seeing what Sue has to offer. Usually the off-speed and the breaking stuff has been a lot of Asian pitchers' bread and butter. You know, they have some decent velocity on the fastball, but it's definitely that movement that they have which is the difference maker.
Yeah, they usually seem to, the velocity is usually one of the things that's a constant with them, but it's the big curveball or the big slider. It always has lots of movement. It's fairly tight. And that's kind of what they've focused on. There's the big curveball there that McGarry swung right through, and he's behind 1-2. Finished off Hoschke with a good firm fastball last time after a curveball. See if he follows suit here.
He's almost working backwards here and just throws another breaking pitch, and McGarry can't do anything with it. This stuff is definitely playing up in a relief role right now. It will now be 2 out, and Dakota Thompson will have to try and do something against that breaking pitch.
Yeah, power hitter from Northern Districts area. Last year he only played 11 games in the SABL, and he had 4 home runs, so he'll be looking to maybe get something going. There's a single up the middle. Oh, Herrera just missed that one. It looked to be clean up the middle. Herrera, one of the stellar defenses. We nearly saw another one of his web gems. But 2-out single. See if the Clippers can now get something going as Thompson gets his first hit in the Super League.
Yeah, we get another look at it here, and Herrera almost would have made it interesting at first base, but just couldn't keep it in the glove. So now for the Clippers, they have a base runner on, and it will now be up to Griffin Weber, who did get a hit to the right side. First plate appearance as he takes the first pitch for a strike. Weber currently 2 hits so far in Super League action, and again with the breaking pitch from Sue, but does leave it up high and not a whole lot of break to him. So that's going to be the question. With 2 out, that's where a lot of the run scoring opportunities have come for both these teams. They just have not been able to get base runners on with none out, 1 out. Hasn't really given them the opportunity to really bunt anyone over. We saw Dylan Brammer try that earlier and wasn't able to successfully get the bunt down. So limited opportunities in anything other than 2 out counts.
Yeah, a couple times in this game already, the Clippers have gotten a runner on, but it's been with 2 outs. And always tough to score without a big hit. When you're getting guys on with 2 out, you're almost looking for that home run or shot to the gap.
And you're not getting a whole lot of setup either. It just means that you get someone on like Thompson with a hit that just manages to squeak through the infield, or you might get a hit by pitch like we saw with Cresswell. You might get a walk like we saw with Joyce. But ultimately, it just means that you can't really set up any stolen base attempts. You can't really do any bunting, moving anyone over. You've just got to swing away and hope you can get another one through.
Well, Thompson will be going on this 3-2 pitch with 2 out. And Weber's going to follow that one off. Maybe there's an opportunity if Weber can find a gap with the runner going. Thompson does have a little bit of speed that he might be able to score from first base on something that finds an opening.
Well, for Sue, got the full count. Another one going here, and Weber able to work the walk. So 2 base runners on for the Clippers as the lineup's going to turn over to Dylan Brammer, and probably the second best run scoring opportunity for the Clippers so far. We saw them with runners at first and third to start the ball game, which they couldn't get anyone home, but now they've got runners at first and second with 2 out.
After back-to-back strikeouts, the bottom of the order, the 8 and 9 hitters with a single and a walk. Turning it over to the top of the order where you need a leader, you need a captain. This might be your best option, and they almost need a hit here.
Well, first pitch by Sue is going to be down low. For Brammer, as we mentioned, 0 for 2. Did try to get a bunt down last time and could not quite capitalize. As this is a hit by Brammer, it's going to be over shortstop into center field. Thompson's going to be waved round from third. He's going to get home. There's going to be a play at third, though, and he's going to be called out, so Weber can't make it. The question is going to be, did he make it? And no, he did not. So Thompson is not going to score. Called out at home. No, he is going to score. Apologies as we get another look on the black chrome replay. I saw with Landon Hernandez talking with Payne Souter, and Payne Souter made the motion for out. So it does look like the run will score. So in this case, the Clippers get a run across, make it 1-0.
Oh, there's the hit you needed out of your leadoff hitter. You're one of the leaders of the team. He's one of the marquee players. Back-to-back Caps medal. He was one of the first guys that the Clippers wanted when it came to selecting the marquees. Came through with the RBI hit, and that all started after with back-to-back strikeouts. So maybe it's true. Best parties do start after 2.
You cut your mow off or not?
Well, things get interesting for the Denmark Crushers.
All right, then.
All the pressure on the Clippers, and now they have a bit of momentum. No, that was going to be the question just in relation to Dakota Thompson getting home. Must have just beat it too, because it was a bang-bang play at home, no slide. But it was all going to be, you knew Weber was going to be out. It was just going to be whether he got there in time.
Yeah, it was certainly close. It was bang-bang at home plate, and it looked like he got there just before Weber was called out at third base.
Yeah, what threw me was the home plate umpire making a reference to home and then giving out. So I thought maybe he didn't make it in time, but no, they've called it.
Yeah, he was fairly adamant with his call, but I believe he was just trying to be adamant that, yes, that did count. But it looked like the correct call. It looked like he got there just before him. And now the Denmark Crushers will be looking to respond here in the bottom of the 5th inning, down 1-0.
Yeah, will now be up to Gary Owens to respond against Burkholder, who comes in for his second inning. Owens 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And bouncing ball towards third. Going to be taken by Thompson. Strong throw. He's going to be right into McArdle's glove for a quick first out.
And Burkholder picking off right where he left off. Ground balls. Ground out 4-3, 4-3, and now a 5-3 as he's into his second inning of work here. This will be his, Nick Talbot. Mentioned earlier, he was looking to start something going. One of the guys who's hitting probably not where he would like to be hitting. He's only hitting about 220 in the Super League. He'll be looking to get something started before playoffs for the Denmark Crushers.
Burkholder, who in that last inning did get through unscathed, but worked his way into some deep counts. Had a lot of 3-ball counts, able to work it back in some respects. And currently working with a 2-0 here on Nick Talbot. Just got to be able to maintain his location. And does get the swinging strike through. First strike of the at-bat.
1 strike.
Yeah, for Burkholder, just someone who is able to induce a lot of ground balls. Does throw a good fastball, and has another one there. Just going to miss the zone though, 3-1.
Just missing that outside corner. Seems to be staying away from Talbot. Doesn't want to come into him, into the power zone that he knows that the former Caps medalist has.
He works to do a full count, so payoff pitch here. See who's going to win this one. As Talbot would love to get something going here for the Dunmar Crushers, down 1. And broken bat. Burkholder going to avoid the bat, throw over to first, and that is a second out. That was a little bit more difficult thanks to the shattered lumbar.
Yeah, the pitcher there, he's not sure which he wants to catch, as you can see here in the black chrome replay. Shatters the bat, the head of the bat goes out towards the pitcher, and he almost looks to see if he's trying to glove that before he decides, oh, he can go after the ball.
Yeah, just got to avoid it, and does a good job. So 2 out, bases clear for the Crushers, as it will now be Bruce coming up for an at-bat. He himself also over 1. Burkholder getting the strike, started off right 0-1 count. You think for the Clippers, they managed 1 run on 3 hits. Crushers still with the goose egg, 2 hits, 1 error.
Yeah, Burkholder's trying to finish off his second inning, trying to keep it clean and hold the lead for his Clippers teammates. That, as we've kept talking about as the game keeps going, they're fighting for their playoff lives tonight. It's a must-win situation for them for next week to mean something. And Bruce just fouls that one straight back. That's going to head off to the softball field over to our left. Looks like that game's over, so nobody will be looking for a ball.
No, we won't have any returning serve either. So 2-2 count, 2 out, bases clear for Bruce. He gets in that low stance. Yeah. Looks like Burkholder couldn't agree with Carter on the pitch, and Bruce going to take the time to step out, get himself reset. Well, flare towards the opposite field. No one's going to get to that one. It's going to bounce just short of the bullpen. We'll had both the left fielder, third base, and shortstop all end up at the fence. So they're all going to have to go back to their respective positions, but it just shows they all wanted that one.
Yeah, we get to see another shot of Burkholder avoiding the shattered bat, finding a ball, throwing over for the second out of the inning. Here's 2-2 pitch. Fastball in on the hands. Bruce stays alive with another foul ball.
Good job there, just to stay inside and make contact. Almost had a bit of an Olay quality to it, just trying to make contact and get out of the way. So still 2-2. Bottom of the 5th here, and as you can see, only 1 run the difference for the Clippers. Burkholder not going to get the call. So another payoff pitch, 3-2.
Missed just below the knees with that fastball. See if he wants to stick with the hard stuff or go back to that good slider he has here, 3-2.
Base is clear, he can choose to experiment, so maybe we might see that breaking stuff this pitch, but it's hard stuff, and Bruce doing a good job just to keep himself in the at-bat.
He went back to that low inside corner that he just missed on the pitch before. This time Bruce goes after it, fouls it off just off the inside of his foot. Staying alive, 3-2.
Well, Bruce is going to win this one, hits it past second base into right field. So Bruce will get a base hit. Now for Burkholder, going to have to work through at least 1 more batter, and it will be Matt Hutchings.
Good bat there by Bruce Wang, the first baseman. Battle until he got himself a pitch that he can handle. Solid single up the middle. And maybe the Dunmar Crushers have a little 2-out magic happening this inning with their hottest hitter, Matt Hutchings, coming up today.
We're going to have a meeting out on the mound here. Burkholder has thrown a few pitches, does only have to get through 1 more to get through his 2 innings. Looks like it's just going to be a bit of a pep talk here. But an important pep talk. They're only up by 1. 1 big hit could change the complexion of this ball game.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of a visit, just reminding them about who the hitter is, how they want to attack him, go after him. It's the big out. They want the inning to end. And here, before we turn it over to the top of the order, to one of the veterans of the SABL and the Super League in Crestwall.
Well, Hutchings tried to hold up, but couldn't quite do so. Going to swing through. You've got Bruce at first base. Getting a conservative lead. And going to swing through another one. So quick 0-2 count here for Matt Hutchings. See if Burkholder's willing to break out the breaking stuff with a runner at first.
Yeah, he's primarily stayed hard with Bruce. Gave up a single. He's been back-to-back off-speed pitches. And there goes Bruce on the pitch. That one's low. Carter's throw down to second. Slide in. And he's called out on that one. So we have caught stealing to end the inning.
It's amazing. You slide in and you called out. You stand up and you called safe. As we got another look here. You could just see Carter, I mean, strong throw, did get it off a little bit late, but that will retire the side. So we're heading to the top of the 6th with the Clippers up 1-0. You're watching the Super League. We'll be back after the break.
Black Chrome is the official partner of Super League Baseball Adelaide. Head to the Black Chrome website to view the new range of custom baseball apparel and see why so many teams are choosing to partner with Black Chrome.
She got 2 little horns and they're giving me a little bit.
Welcome back to the Adelaide Shores, Bennett Field. Clippers versus the Crushers, as we have a Wojtek pitching change on the mound. But for these teams, still not a whole lot of offense. They've just got to try and get something going. The Clippers, they need to win this game, and they've got themselves started off in a good way here. 1 run across, that could potentially be all they need.
Yeah, with the Clippers up 1-0, Crushers are going to be looking to shut them down this inning. They've gone to young man Josh Tyndall. 5 innings. He's got a 7.2 ERA, 8 hits, 4 runs, but that was pretty much in one game. I think he had a couple shutout innings in a couple of his appearances where it was 2-0, 2-0. He does have a complete game 1 hitter in the SABL. He's going to be one of the quality young arms in Adelaide in the next coming years. So it's a good option to go to here, where they got to keep it right where it is for their offensive chance to score that 1 run to tie this game up.
Yeah, you're looking for Tyndall versing Lakmesh, and the first pitch going to be hit out towards right field. Cresswell will casually get underneath this one and take it for the first out, but you got Joyce, who's a righty, and then McArdle will probably be the big one, being the lefty-righty matchup. And McArdle does have some pop to work with, so if Joyce can get on base like he has previously, look for the Clippers to be aggressive.
Yeah, it was almost predictable that Theo Lakmesh was going to go after the first pitch there. He's been very aggressive here in the Super League, but you got to be careful with Terrell Joyce here.
Yeah, Lakmesh is definitely not waiting around in the batter's box. He's just taking his swing, saying thank you very much, I'll get back to the dugout. So Joyce, 0-1 count. Tyndall doing a nice job there. Gonna miss the zone though, and Joyce not biting on it.
That was a good hold there by Terrell Joyce. Good curve ball, catching the bottom of the zone, just a little bit low.
Well, ground ball towards third. Andrews going to take a couple of pumps and throw over. Is going to take the first baseman Bruce off the bag. Joyce will get on. Unfortunate for Bruce there, just extending him that little bit too far, as we get another look here on the replay.
Yeah, Joyce running hard down the line the whole way. Andrews' throw sailed a little bit right on him. Bruce just couldn't quite get his foot back after he caught the ball. Be a big out, give the life a little bit to the Clippers here. With a 1-0 lead, they got a man on with 1 out now, and they're power hitting first baseman Jordan McArdle up to bat.
Well, I was going to say Joyce has been able to get on a few times, one via the walk, and now he's been able to get on thanks to that pitch. So thanks to that throw, just taking Bruce that little bit off of first base. So now it'll be up to McArdle. We've seen he can hit some shots. 1-0 pitch, and only for Tyndall, going to work away on that one. McArdle doing a good job to lay off, and now going to work it here. Nice hitters count. Tyndall still looking for that first strike of the at-bat.
Good fastball low in the zone. Mercado goes after it, 2-0. We'll see who gets the advantage here. You got a couple teammates out of start, and see who gets they've seen a lot of each other probably in trainings. And now with the 2-1 count, see if Mercado gets off-speed pitch in the dirt, falls behind 3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Well, this is where Mercado can shine. 3-1 count. He has potential to work the walk, potential to do some damage with Joyce at first. They're already up by a single run. And Joyce is going to be off, and that pitch is going to get away from Hernandez. Joyce is going to take second. He's going to be going to third. Strong throw slide at third, and he's going to be called safe. And Landon Hernandez couldn't keep a hold of that one. Ended up rolling away, and good job by him just to even make it close at third base.
Yeah, we see Joyce running on the pitch. Good heads up from him. Slowed down only briefly around second base and took the extra base on the wild pitch. Ball 4. Now they got runners on the corners with 1 out. An opportunity to tack on a second run here.
Well, we've seen this opportunity before. Runners at first and third for the Clippers. But the key difference, 1 out on the board. And it is going to be Alex Carter who is going to be stepping in for this one. So an important mound visit here just to make sure that Tyndall is on the same page, Hernandez on the same page. Because if they can get through this, it would be a huge momentum shifter, a huge confidence pitch, thanks to Tim Day. He'd probably take that again, but as long as it's not in the same spot. And Cresswell going to flare this one out towards right. It is going to drop in front of Hoschke. Ends up Hutchings is going to take third. Cresswell's going to end up at second standing up. And the Denmark crushes. Runners at second and third here in the bottom of the 6th.
What a way to break out. And that was probably why they moved him to top of the order today. It was just change of a spot for him. You knew he was a good hitter. He wasn't gonna. It's just a short tournament, short league, so it's kind of you can get that down on yourself if things aren't working out. But you know, a veteran like that isn't gonna let it bother him. Put him the top of the order. Big double there. Now they have tying run on second base, second and third, nobody out. For Anthony Herrera, Landon Hernandez, and Ben Andrews, the heart of the Denmark Crushers order.
Yeah, I think Anthony Herrera is going to be the big one here. If they can somehow get him out without, a sac fly or a pass ball or a wild pitch, they would most definitely take that. And then they can potentially put a runner on first, hope for the induced ground ball, double play. But all hypothetical at this point. And Rogers' first pitch is going to be a strike. Important here to start this at bat. Oh, breaking pitch there, and took a bit of a weird jump off of Herrera's bat, but it does go foul regardless.
Nice breaking pitch there by Roger. Had good 12-6 motion there. That Herrera got it just off the cap, off the end of his bat, just enough of it to foul it off a little bit. He's down 0-2. Got to put the ball in play.
Well, ground ball, it's going to be to Brammer. They're going to end up throwing over to first, so a run will score for the Denmark Crushers. Make it 2-1 here in the bottom of the 6th, and Herrera does his job.
That's a great at-bat, especially when you're down 0-2. He got it up the middle, enough for the run to score, but it also moves the tying run from second to third with 1 out, where a deep fly ball here can tie the game. Whereas if he hits it, pulls the ball, probably the run still scores, but the man doesn't get advanced to third. That's good at bat.
And infield playing in here, trying to stop that runner from crossing home plate. And if Hernandez can make solid contact here, could drive in the run most definitely and get himself into a good scoring opportunity.
Clippers can feel that this might be their season on the line. They've moved the infield in. They're looking to cut the run off at home plate.
Well, ground ball is going to get past the third baseman under Thompson's glove. Another run will score. Cresswell crossing home plate. Hernandez ends up at third, and we are tied 2 apiece.
Yeah, RBI single for Landon Hernandez, and that's the downfall of moving your infield in, is that hard hit balls, the infielders just don't have time to react. Thompson was trying to field the ball to come home with the runner running on contact. Would have been bang bang if he makes a good throw at the plate, but gets under him with him being in, and now it's a 2-2 game, bottom 6th inning. Ben Andrews up. We do have a runner in because of the Super League rules with the speed up that Landon Hernandez as a catcher, so they got a little more speed onto the field.
Yep. So for Roger, he's going to want to try a ground ball here and juice that double play. Of course, once we get to the 10-minute mark on the Wojtek clock, no new innings, and draws are possible in Super League.
We have seen one of those earlier, and then we see the bottom of the 6th already in this game, kind of equaling the bottom of the 6th from our last game.
Oh, you can't say the Super League isn't interesting, because right now we're in a crucial opportunity for both these two teams. Crushers want to maintain their stranglehold on the top of the ladder. Clippers playing for their season. Roger taking his time. 2-0 pitch. Hard hit ball towards left. Ranging over is Weber, but it is going to tail foul.
Ball certainly had the distance there. Ben Andrews has 2 home runs already in the Super League, looking for his 3rd. But that thing just, once it got up and down the line, it took off. Made a hard left. Didn't find the roundabout to come back.
2-1. We would need a strong breeze to bring that one back. So 2-1. Andrews is going to foul this one back. Roger, at least so far in his brief appearance, has just not quite been able to find that put-away pitch here tonight.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Not that the Crushers have really hit the ball particularly hard. A lot of them have been flare shots, either just past the infield or, in the case of the hit out to right, just tailing off towards the foul line. Another 2-2. Breaking pitch in the dirt, nicely blocked by Carter.
3 balls, 2
Good job from Andrews to hold up on his swing there. Didn't get too far over. Nice job from Carter to block it. For a 2-2 pitch, that was well executed from everybody on the play. Now we have 3-2 with 1 out. And he's just a little casual show me move over to first base. Not much threat there. Just wanted to see if the runner was going to be running early.
So still a full count here, 3-2, runner at first. 1 out. Pitch from Roger. Hard hit ball towards second. McGarry can't get that one in the glove, so the runners are going to move up to first and second respectively. And the Crushers, after being down 2-0 here in the top of this inning, have pulled it back to 2 apiece, and they are continuing to threaten.
That's quality hitting there by Ben Andrews. 3-2 pitch. Jasper Clark wasn't running on the play, so he just moves up to second base. And Dunmore Crushers continue to threaten here. They're going to get another call to the bullpen. Wojtek call to the bullpen here is looks like we're getting Connor Hill coming in for the Clippers. And he's coming into a little bit of a spot that's a little pressure.
Just
First
a little
second
one.
tie game, season on the line.
Well, as a pitcher, this is the opportunity that you love and hate at the same time. I'm sure for Connor Hill, he'll relish the opportunity, but he's going to be going against Josh Cakebread, Gary Owens, Nick Talbot, 5, 6, 7, due up in the order. So important for him to get some quality warm-up pitches in, as you can see on the clock, under the 20-minute mark. No new innings once that reaches the 10-minute mark.
Yeah, as we have time here, we'll explain we are in a 2-2 game. And we do have, it's a 7-inning game or the 2 hours. Once those 7 innings are up, we will go to international rules. International rules are that the teams will start with runners on first and second with nobody out. And then we just, with myself personally involved in a game that, with that we went 4 innings because nobody scored in the first 3 innings.
You ready to go?
It's the crazy thing about baseball. You can set yourself up to score. They're basically giving you the base runners on and just saying, all you need to do is get them around. You've got 3 outs to do it. And sometimes it doesn't matter how hard you try, how hard you hit the ball. It is not happening.
No, but here in this game here, we got Josh Cakeford coming up tonight. He's 0 for 2. 2-2 game. Go ahead, run second base, 1 out. He's looking to do some damage to put his Denmark Crusher team back into first place and clinch a playoff spot.
Why?
So Cakebread against Connor Hill with 2 base runners on and 1 out. And pitch, Carter doing a nice job to keep that one in the glove. Look at the Denmark Crushers they've put on so far. 7 hits total. I'm pretty sure 4 of those hits have come in this inning alone. Connor Hill with 2 pitches and 2 balls in the at-bat.
It's been a game that sort of really there wasn't a lot going on. All of a sudden, there's been an explosion of hits and runs, and we got excitement here as we start winding down the last inning or so, and time-wise, of a very important game for 2 teams.
So 3-0. Make it 3-1. Hill able to get that crucial strike over to stop it from being bases loaded. Just needs a couple more, and he does get the swinging strike through. So another payoff pitch here in this game. Another crucial opportunity for both these 2 teams to be able to capitalize. Not a whole lot between them, but the momentum definitely in favor of the Denmark Crushers. And strike 3, a crucial strike 3 as Cakebread goes down looking.
Big sequence there from Connor Hill. Came in, fell behind 3-0, came back, got a strikeout. If his Clippers team has a chance to keep this thing tied, come back, that could be the turning point. But he's got Gary Owens, who's one of the most dangerous hitters in Adelaide right now.
Well, he's going to go for the breaking pitch, maybe just falling at the bottom of the zone. Yes, Gary Owens, definitely a dangerous hitter and an opportunity that he relishes.
Play balls.
So 2-4-0 for the Clippers. That's 2 runs, 4 hits, 0 errors. There's a back pick at first and a close play at first as Ben Andrews able to get back in time. For the Denmark Crushers, 2-7-1. 2 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error on that box score.
Yeah, nice job by Andrews to get himself back there. We were at the bench on the Clippers side of Europe. They thought they had him, but he got back just in time. 3-0 pitch. Gary Owens is going to be swinging if it's close.
Well, it's going to be close enough that it's in the zone, but Owens, not the pitch that he was looking for there, but he's got a couple of opportunities here to still hit a big one. And he's going to lay off that one as well, so full count here. Both the runners will be off with 2 out. This makes it even more dangerous here. A crucial pitch here for Connor Hill. And he's going to miss outside. Owens works the walk. Bases loaded. Well, for Connor Hill, he was able to get it to 2 strikes, but got to give credit to Owens there. Even though, as you said, it's someone who's a dangerous hitter, and you think if he finds his pitch, he's going to absolutely uncoil on it. No, stayed the course, made him work his way into trouble.
He had to pick his poison. Gary Owens is probably the more powerful hitter, but the man he's facing, Nick Talbot, now quite well known around Adelaide for what he's done in the past as a crucial clutch hitter. And bases loaded, 2 out. Not much more clutch than what you need right now.
And it's going to be very important as we get the check swing appeal at first, that Carter doesn't let anything go by him. And you just feel like with Connor Hill, probably they're going to be a little more hesitant, and those pitches down in the dirt, breaking pitches. So you might see a bit more heat here. He gets the second strike there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Looking 1 and 2. Once again, now he's behind for falling behind 3-0 in that first one. He's been pretty much around the zone. We'll see if he comes up with 1-2, if he goes back to that curveball or a fastball. Talbot fouls it off, rolls precariously down third baseline.
Well, as you can see on your screen, we're at the 11.5-minute mark now. That is our clock, not necessarily one that the game is running off, so do keep that in mind. But if this at-bat goes for a while, potentially the game could end here.
Well, I mean, it's another 11 minutes before new innings can't start. We are in the bottom of the 6th, 7th inning, and then after that, clock sort of does stop because then we're into international rules for extra innings. But they'll probably only get an opportunity to have another inning or so. But this is a big pitch here, 1-2 to Nick Talbot.
Well, a crucial pitch, and Connor Hill comes out the winner.
Well, I actually got that at the knees. That was a good pitch.
And with bases loaded, the Dunmar Crushers, they score some runs, but it is still a 2-2 ball game, as Hill getting some huge high fives as he enters the dugout. What a pitch.
Black Chrome is the official partner of Super League Baseball Adelaide. Head to the Black Chrome website to view the new range of custom baseball apparel and see why so many teams are choosing to partner with Black Chrome.
She got 2 little horns and they give me a little bit.
Welcome back to week 8 of the Super League. Fraser Fife and Rob Ashley taking you through the final inning of tonight's ball games. And we have made it to the 7th inning of this second game. Clippers and Crushers. And the Crushers, they got some hits on the board. They've got 7 at the moment, but still a 2-2 tie.
Isn't there like a time
As it will be Hoshke, McGarry and Dakota Thompson coming up to bat in an opportunity where this is for that season.
Yeah, we're into the point. Looks like the Dunmar Crushers have gone to their closer, Anthony Herrera, come in from shortstop. Got 5 innings of body in the Super League. Doesn't have an ERA. It's 0. He's only given up 1 hit, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. Comes a little bit from the side, 3/4. Good fastball, devastating slider that almost moves from the right-handed batter's box over across to the outside corner or the left-handed batter's box.
So you can see Hoshke getting his warm-up swings in. Currently he's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. If he could get something going here though, doesn't have to be a hard hit, just needs to get on base.
Clippers need to do something this inning. We're into the final 10 minutes. Can't start new innings. We'll have international rules. They must win this game. A draw only gets them 1 point and not enough for next week. They have to win the game straight out, get the 3 points. 2-2 doesn't help them out. They have to win this inning.
Well, 2 pitches and 2 balls for Anthony Herrera. A bit of a check swing there. Does make contact though, as it will roll foul over to the Crushers dugout. For Hoshke, he's someone who can change the game with 1 swing of the bat. Got to be important here, as Cresswell has moved to shortstop. And Charlie Ashcroft has come in to right field. So Cresswell was in right, he's at short, Ashcroft coming in, and now Herrera on the hill. So that sums up the changes for the Crushers.
Ashcroft will take over in Herrera's spot in the lineup, as since he's come in to pitch, he won't be able to hit again in this game.
Well, Hoschke, he's going to swing through anyway, so he'll get his 3rd strikeout of the night in as many at-bats. So just not the night that he was looking for from the 6th hole, but now it just means Sam McGarry's going to have to pick up the slack and try and get something started here.
That was that devastating slider that Anthony Herrera possesses. Started right at him, came across, and now McGarry does have the power. He does have a home run in the league. Drives that one deep to left field, but that one's going to be well foul. Just up on the hill there. Does have the power. Hit a big home run a few weeks ago out towards the Benefield scoreboard. He'll be looking to jump something.
You feel like if he's going to hit a home run, he's definitely going to have to pull it. A wind's not really going to be helping him in this case. It is only 320 to either foul pole. And there is that slider from Herrera. Has a ton of movement. It's going to be so much more difficult coming in this situation, seeing it as your final at bat. Still 2-1 count, so McGarry with the advantage at least for right now. And make it a 3-1 count. And what can McGarry do? He's still searching for his first base hit, and that one's going to eat up Roger at first, going to bounce on into right field. McGarry is just going to slowly around first base as the Clippers have a base runner here in the top of the 7th.
Hard hit ball, 3-1 fastball that Bruce was able to body up. Fortunately for him, it shot off into foul territory instead of in front of him, and they got something going here. And Dakota Thompson, with 2 outs in his last at bat, had a single up the middle. He got his team going and got them ahead 1-0. Like they are going to, the Clippers are going to elect to pinch run for Sam McGarry. Phil Acosta, one of the faster runners in Adelaide. Definitely dangerous runner, threat to steal.
Oh, if you're not going to do it now, you've kind of run out of opportunities. So Acosta, important base runner at first with 1 out. This will be Dakota Thompson hitting it towards third base. Is going to get past the diving Ben Andrews into left field. So Clippers get 2 base runners on here. And Dakota Thompson, he's happy at first base. He's pumping himself up as we get another look here on the black chrome replay.
Yeah, waste no time. Jumps on the first pitch, right over the middle of the plate. Hard single, back-to-back singles for Thompson. Back-to-back singles this inning for the Clippers. Herrera's got a little bit of work to do to get himself out of trouble.
You know, Griff Weber here has the potential to be the hero for the Clippers, as he showed bunt, but did pull it back in time.
Yeah, Weber's having a good night tonight in the 9 spot. He's got a single his first at bat, walked his second one.
Now Weber, the number 9 hole hitter, so if he's able to extend the inning, you're looking at Dylan Brammer, Theo Lakmesh, who I think he's only seen about 2 pitches tonight.
Yeah, he's got 3 at-bats. He might have seen 2 pitches in those 3 at-bats.
Maybe. We're not sure. We'll have to confirm. So Herrera with the 1-1. And a flare by Weber is going to get past Roger at first base. Acosta's going to be held up at third, though. Able to get the throw in time. So for the Clippers, they have bases loaded, 1 out here in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, Crusher so far brought in the closer to kind of shut the door, keep everything where it was. After striking out Hoschke on 3 pitches, he's given up back-to-back singles to 7, 8, 9 hitters. We go to the top of the order. Dylan Brammer, who last time needed a hit to help save the season, came through with it. He'll be looking for the same thing here.
Well, Dylan Brammer going to be aggressive first pitch. Is going to be hit out towards the right side and will go into the grandstand. For Brammer, 1 for 3 with an RBI tonight. this is the moment for the Sweet Amber Ale Clippers. There is that breaking pitch from Herrera. Got to be careful though. Anything that goes past Hernandez behind the dish, potential to score a run. Especially with Acosta at third. Oh, he just could not help himself from reaching out over the plate for that one.
Yeah, it's that sweeping slider that Herrera possesses. Got himself up 1-2 in the count. We do see the infield has stepped in just a little bit. Kickbred and Cresswell, a little step in. They're going to the plate with Speedy Acosta at third.
Well, bouncing ball there. Will get the play at home. And they'll play at third as well. So Acosta will be out at home as the bouncing ball back to Herrera will not go far enough to score the run. And a crucial out for the Crushers there.
Yeah, we see Bremer reaching again. Puts the ball in play, hustling down. A little bit of throw, and then Hernandez nearly throws it away at third base. Good job from Andrews to keep the ball in his feet, save go-ahead run. Now there's 2 out. Look, Mesh, he offers it the first pitch again. Getting ahead, 0-1.
You feel like for Bremer, even with that soft contact, considering they'd need the double play really to get out of the inning, with the pace that he has down the first baseline, still potential to score the run there. For like Mesh, he's seen more pitches than he has all night, 1-1 count. At least for Herrera, who, as you mentioned, the Crushers closer, is on a tightrope right now. 2-1 count. Does not want to let this at-bat get away from him. Like Mesh, ground ball. Roger can't get it in the glove. Going to have to throw over to first. It's going to be over the pitcher's head at first base. 1 run will score in Thompson. Weber will also score. So 2 runs score for the Clippers as they make it 4-2 here in the top of the 7th.
Like Mesh hit a hard ball to first base. Great job by Bruce to knock that ball down and found it. A good flip, and he probably gets him, but he just hooks it on his throw and throws it way over the head of Herrera covering. He gets over, knocks the ball down, finds it, and a good throw. Right there on that, he was probably too far from the base. He should have thrown it overhand instead of trying to flip. Terrell Joyce gets the first pitch. They've been aggressive this inning on Herrera. He follows that one off. 2 runs there from the Clippers. It's 4-2. Herrera has to recompose himself here and get the out here and give his team a chance. Down only 2.
Well, Joyce going to hit a slicing ball out towards center. It's going to drop in front of Hutchings. Another run is going to score. Like Mesh going from second to home, and the Clippers keep piling it on. Make it 5-2. Well, they have really stepped on the Crushers' throat in a must-win game here in the top of the 7th.
Line drive single to center field from Terrell Joyce. Hutchins came in. Look, he was trying to get it on one hop to make a good throw at home, get the second run. But 4 runs this inning. The Clippers have broken it open. It's 6-2. Herrera misses low, ball 1.
Well, Herrera just going to have to rebound at this point. And McCardle at the moment just fouling that one over. So 6-2 scoreline at the moment in favor of the Clippers.
1-1. Hey!
For Herrera, just that breaking pitch. He's had to throw it a lot here in this relief appearance. Just as he continues on, just struggling to have that same snap.
It's good pickup there by Landon Hernandez to keep Joyce at first base. Down 4, he can't allow it to get even more. 4 is going to be a crooked number to come back from.
And McCardle just going to swing over that one. Herrera losing his footing, but strong throw over will be in time. And Roger having to act almost like an NFL linebacker covering first base, as that will be the final out. But not before the Clippers put on 4 runs to make it a 6-2 ball game. And things get interesting for the Crushers. It's all been the Clippers in that inning, and I mean, they need it. Their season's on the line. They need to win this game, and they've got a decent cushion to work with.
The answer you want if you're the Clippers coaching staff. They were up 2-0, bottom of the 6th inning, gave up 2 runs. The Crushers came back, tied it, and can be very disheartening. You come back, put up 4 runs, save your season possibly, but got to make it. Still got to do it defensively. Looks like Dylan Brammer's going to be coming on, try to shut things down. Got a bunch of changes with Acosta going into pinch run for a second baseman. He's going to be moving to the outfield. So we'll see a few guys taking some new spots as we move around. A little bit of a cushion with 4 runs, but these are going to be 3 important outs. Season on the line for the Clippers to get themselves to next week.
And that's all that it comes down to, is just trying to win this game and then hoping results go in your favor next week. But just keeping themselves in the conversation, going to be important. As it will be Bruce, Matt Hutchings, and then Jeremy Cresswell, 8-9-1 due up. Yeah, a few different changes for the Clippers.
Drafted by the Astros and came up through their system. He was basically a corner outfielder. He's played a fair amount of third and first throughout his times in the Czech Republic and Germany, here in Adelaide. But I don't think I've ever seen him play second base before. So we'll see if that plays a factor into the bottom of the 7th here. Denmark Crushers need 4.
Yeah, well, I mean, they've got the cushion to be able to experiment with things like this. So Terrell Joyce, second base. Of course, one thing we're definitely used to seeing, Dylan Brammer on the hill at the moment. He'll be the one trying to close this game out with the 4-run cushion.
Bruce Wang will be looking to make up for that big error in the top of the inning. He did a great job knocking the ball down, but just a terrible throw cost them a few runs when could have got out of the inning. Brammer starts fastball right down the middle, strike 1.
Brammer going for that inside breaking pitch and just misses the zone on it. And for Bruce, currently 1 for 2 with a caught stealing. I mean, they're at the bottom half of the order. Matt Hutchings has done a very good job, so if he's able to extend what he's done so far in this game, potential base runner on, but they're not going to be able to play station to station here tonight. They need some big hits.
A good at bat here for Wang. He hasn't seen Brammer yet.
2 balls, 2
One of the few guys on the Crusher team that hasn't seen him since it's his 3rd season here in Adelaide, but got the count to 2-2. And he's right on that one as he fouls it straight back.
So Brammer keeping himself in this at-bat. 2-2, just needs to find that put-away pitch. Going to try for it here. And Bruce doing a good job, just fouling it off. The Crushers are not going down without a fight. They've definitely got the chips stacked against them. And there's a swing and a miss. Brammer, 1 batter, 1 strikeout, 1 out for the Crushers.
Bruce fouled a few balls off. Staying alive, looking for a mistake. Brammer didn't make the mistake. Went after him with a high fastball. He chased. First out of the inning. Matt Hutchings, 2 for 2 tonight. Maybe he'll be the spark plug.
Brammer showing that velocity he can just throw it straight past you. So his stuff definitely plays up in relief as well. So I'll see if he's just willing to throw a couple of fastballs and bounce them right back to the pitcher and throw over to McArdle. Well, really, he's just challenging him with the fastball, just throwing him right down the pipe and saying, hey, if you can hit it, go ahead.
Did that come off the end?
Oh, and that's what you got to do. With a pitcher with a 4-run lead, you have to attack hitters. You have to go right at guys and see how far they can hit it. The worst they can do, with nobody on base, is hit a solo home run. When you're up by 4, they don't hurt.
So it will be Jeremy Cresswell stepping in, potentially the last hitter in this ball game. Crowd deathly quiet as Cresswell is going to foul that one off. Looking towards next week, next Wednesday, the 6 o'clock game will be the Clippers versus the Carp, and the 8:30 game will be the Wasps versus the Crushers. This week after that, we're looking at that 2nd versus 3rd playoff, and then after that, the grand final, as we're almost through the first season of Super League.
Yeah, it's been a quick season as it's getting to approaching the end, but next week is going to be basically playoff games. Cresswell stood upright, zipped under his arms there. 2-1.
As mentioned, with Cresswell able to get on base with a 2-1 count, as he's going to foul that one off. So potential 1-pitch warning with the 2-2 count. 2 out, bases clear. Crushers down by 4 runs, and they're going to face the flame-throwing Dylan Brammer.
Ronnie's got a cannon. 2-2. Hey!
Carter set up behind the home plate, and another one that's going to be fouled off. So at least one more pitch here tonight.
May will throw me another one.
Cresswell challenging with that, or Brammer challenging with that. Cresswell doing a good job just fouling that one off and keeping himself alive.
Yeah, his first hit in the Super League last time, big double, and then tied the game scoring a run. See if he can keep his hits going, or if Brammer gets the final out. Another foul ball down the first base side.
So both teams with 7 hits apiece in this ball game, and yet, as you can see, the Clippers have just been able to put together a few more crucial hits in this game. As Cresswell going to hit a sky shot out towards left center. Acosta will take charge and take it for the final out, as the Clippers keep their season alive in a must-win game. Final score 6-2. And an important win for them, as they will now look towards next week to figure out their fate.
Season saved for the Clippers for a week. 2 big games next week, 6 o'clock. Clippers and Carp, the first place team versus the 4th place team. Clippers have to win to make the playoffs or to save themselves. The Carp, with a win, clinch first and a bye to the grand final. The 2nd game, the 8:30 game, Wasp and Crushers. Currently 2 teams sitting 2nd and 3rd. That could be, with a Carp win, they're battling for home field. With a Clippers win, one of them's battling for a spot in the playoff. Both games mean everything next week for the season. Final week, gotta have it that way.
Yeah, plenty to play for, plenty to be excited about as they go through the guard. Handshakes for both teams, despite the scoreline, a lot closer of a game than the scoreline indicates. Essentially very close up until that, I'd say, 7th inning really broke it open. So we got all the way to the 7th, and that's when things started to get away.
0-0 after 5, game ends 6-2. 2 comebacks, 2 teams twice trying to save each other, whether it be first or their season. Definitely a great way to finish the game. Look forward to next Wednesday.
Yeah, with that, we are going to end the broadcasts. Rob, thank you for joining us on this broadcast here for every single game of Super League action. It's been fantastic having you here. On behalf of Rob Ushy, I am Fraser Fife. On behalf of the Spacequake Sports crew, we'll catch you next week.